A trip over the top rope. Wow.
Did Simpson hit his head on that hard concrete floor just outside of the mat? If he did, we may not see Steve Simpson anymore.
Tatum getting ready for one of his Oriental kicks, and hits Price. The stunt goes down. Simpson climbs up. Comes down right on top, and the California stunt rolls him up. Count of 3. Morgan comes down, but Garvin out of the way. Garvin needs the tag to Chaz badly. Garvin has been in the ring now more than 7 minutes. Gets the tag into Chaz. Chaz flies in and goes to work on Victory. Garvin has a little fight left in him. He goes after Morgan. All 4 men in the ring. Morgan jumps out. Garvin. Victory misses with a clothesline. Chaz is there. Gets the Sabat kick. Goes up to the top rope. Gets the cross body block. Victory catches him. Puts him down. Gets a count of 3. Picks up the Aztec, throws him over, kind of like he'd put the surfboard into the back of the truck. Torres dispatched. Beach goes to the top rope, holding the Aztec underneath him, and down comes Sonny Beach. On the back of the Aztec. Now into the corner, watch out. Right down on top.
And for all of Billy Black's prowess in the ring, all of the training, all of the learning at the hands of the Japanese wrestlers, that bad wheel will get you every time.
Watch out! Bulldog brings him down.
That's got to be it.
I think you're right.
Gentlemen, your winners, Outlaws, Joel Deaton and Bad Boy Billy Black.
All the positions now filled for round number 2.
On today's program, we will see a second-round match. Jim Cornette's team of Sweet Stan Lane and Steve Cox will take on the team of Walker and Simpson. That ought to be
Hey, let me tell you something. Everybody who saw the first round realizes that thanks to the brilliance of Sweet Stan Lane, the greatest tag team wrestler in the world, we advanced to the second round. Now, today, Walker, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? Watch the replay. Take him to the truck. Watch the replay. I came off the rope. He was about ready to drive you in the mat. You get the 1, 2, 3. You go waltzing out on your merry self. Don't forget.
Hey, look,
your
punk.
head.
Just remember, anybody off the street could have filled this spot. You just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We're going to make you a world tag team champion. That's good. Go ahead.
Listen, if you go back and remember and take a look, I'm going to tell you something. He was pretty instrumental in that victory.
There ain't nothing the matter with my memory. Yours ought to be pretty good since elephants never forget. But I tell you one thing, a second round today, Walker and Simpson, brother, Stan Lane's coming at you. Just don't worry about Steve Cox. Don't let him get in the way.
All right, we'll find out on today's show.
Anything, and they think they're in the second round. Scott Hudson is standing by at the interview set. Let's go to him now. Scott?
The 2 most gorgeous men in professional wrestling. And soon we're going to come in there and beat up on these 2 boys. But yes, honey, let's look at how this wonderful team advanced in this tournament, honey. Let's take a look.
Rhodes makes it to his feet. Little woozy, if you will. Tags in Guerin. But Fontaine with the tag to Adias. Adias chases down Guerin.
And Quick Rick, not quite quick enough, getting back to make the tag to Randy Rhodes before Adias tags off on him. And a little something special for Rhodes as Adias just having Christmas early.
Rhodes comes in. Fontaine is also in. All 4 men. The spin kick on Guerin. Wait a minute, what's going on? Wait a minute, Fontaine's hitting Adias.
What in the world?
What?
Fontaine cleared Garrett out of the ring and then just started taking off on a Diaz.
Let me check my shit. Fontaine and a Diaz. Rhodes. What's going on here? Now Rhodes is going on. Oh, my. Fontaine.
Oh. What has happened to
Now, wait
Eric
a minute.
Fontaine?
Now, Rhodes going to work on his partner. Fontaine going to work on his partner. What's going on here?
The DDT on a Diaz by Eric Fontaine is his partner. There's the bell.
And they're pinning their own partner.
What a weird turn of events. Fans who just saw exactly how this team of Eric Fontaine and the hot body Randy Rhodes was formed. And Christopher Love thinks this team is going to advance in the tournament. But I've got news for you, Christopher Love. Before we started this interview segment, I spoke with GWF Interim Commissioner Max Andrews. These two men, because of what happened, will not advance in the tournament. I'm sorry.
Wrong, ding dong!
They will not
Wrong! Wrong, honey! You're not going to get away with this! You're saying they can't compete?
They will not advance in the
Oh,
tournament.
no, honey! This ain't going to happen! You mind your own business! This ain't going to happen, honey! I'm going to sue the Overstreet family! I'm going to sue the Lindsay family! Max Andrews, you're going to jail!
No,
that
no.
closet case, no pedicino!
No, no.
I'm going to sue you all! I'm
Fans.
going to sue you!
Fans.
There's no way! We're
Fans.
going to win these tag team divisions! You're not going to throw us out of this tournament!
Fans,
I hate you! I hate everybody! I hate all of you!
fans, regardless, Hot Body Rhodes and Eric Fontaine will not advance. Let's go back to the ring.
Well, in the ring, there you see the raised hands of the Cartel team of Cactus Jack and Muckin Singh, the easiest match anyone has had in the tournament, as you can see right there. Christopher Love. Well, that's not Christopher Love, no doubt about it, but there you see the team of the bodies of the 90s. Give me a break.
Until now, you haven't seen the real NFL.
Right now, you go for the jugular.
Now, through hidden cameras and hidden microphones,
I hate them college guys.
you'll discover the hidden NFL. The NFL you've never seen before video, only from Sports Illustrated.
I like that old time rock and roll. Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs. Have some fun.
No matter how many NFL games you've watched, you've never seen.
Davis Brothers!
Mike and Tom Davis, the Dirty Davis brothers from the bad side of Nashville, getting ready for second round action. They will take on a team combining Japanese strengths and
Their opponent
close
was
to the pick.
at a combined weight of 520 pounds, Wild Bill Irwin and Johnny Ace. Wild Bill Irwin, Johnny Ace, in the ring to face the Dirty Davis brothers from the bad side of Nashville. I think we've said before, Craig, Nashville's a very nice town. There's not really a bad side to it. They must be bad because they're in it.
Quite so, and there's not a bad part of Colorado as far as I know, but
No.
Wild Bill Irwin may have just made that possible.
Boy,
Tom Davis in against Wild Bill Irwin. Irwin and Ace advanced with a winner over Jeff Gaylord and the Blue Avenger in one of those strange scenarios where Gaylord's partner up and left him, leaving him with no partner until the Blue Avenger arrived.
That's exactly right, and I think that may have been the difference in Jeff Gaylord and a partner advancing or not advancing in the tournament, but give credit to the Avenger. He did step in. But regardless, Bill Irwin and Johnny Ace advanced to face the Dirty Davis brothers. Another situation, Craig, luck of the draw. Two teams here who I'm not going to say maybe not the favorite advance, possibly not the favorite advance. The fans do not like either one of these teams, no doubt about it. So they're probably going to hope it's a double DQ or something to get both these guys out of the tournament.
Tom Davis and I have been warned under penalty of death never to just call him Irwin. He's Wild Bill.
Oh ho. There's a good look at the Dirty Davis brothers. Little brotherly advice from Mike to Tom.
The Dirty Davis brothers advanced in round 2 with a win over El Gran Coloso and the Firecat in round number 1. Reversal by Tom Davis. Hip toss. Now the arm drag. Going to work on the left arm of Wild Bill Irwin.
Gotta tell you, I'm still kind of shaken up from that interview. It's kind of like shooting the messenger, you know. I'm just passing the word along. I could give him Max Andrews' home phone number, but boy, howdy, I just kind of had to deliver the message, you know.
Rather be shot with a gun, I would guess, and have to put up with that.
Boy.
Here's Mike Davis going up against Johnny Ace. Ace with a height advantage. And apparently the hair disadvantage.
Oh. I've never had to worry much about that.
That's very true.
I'll rub it in.
Somebody who obviously is not a member of the Hair Club for Men right there, Tom Davis. Davis, who masters the art of submission wrestling. And apparently he and Brother Mike into some dirty tactics.
Oh.
Johnny Ace with a chop. Follows it up with an elbow, but Davis out of the way. And once again, going back to work on the left arm. You're very familiar with the kind of wrestling. Well, this kind of wrestling, a lot of people are familiar with.
Very familiar with that. But also Tom Davis, the brother of that man, not the brother of that man. That's Bill Irwin. But Mike Davis's brother, Tom Davis, a connoisseur, that man right there, a connoisseur of the Sambo UWF type wrestling in Japan.
That's the kind where you go to work on one body part and you make sure it doesn't work at the end. And that's exactly what they're trying to do to Johnny Ace. And don't look now, here's Bill Irwin. Wow, taking advantage of that. The Dirty Davis brothers.
Interesting here, Craig, in that neither one of these teams really cares one iota about the official. If he's there, fine. If he's not, fine. He's just there to count the 3 count and nothing else. Interesting to see how the middle game is played between these two teams with official Rick Manning.
Pressure on the shoulder and now the elbow. Ace with a few kicks trying to get himself out of the situation, and now he's going to go to work on the arm. Reversal by Mike Davis. Ace pulled over and back to work on the left arm. The tag into Tom, who's going to now try to put a little more hurt in using the top rope, which in reality is as tough as a telephone cable.
That's true, Craig. This working the left arm type mentality, very reminiscent of Ole Anderson. His brother Gene Anderson loved to work the left arm, the left leg of an opponent, wear him down, and then go for the pin. So the brothers Davis taking after the brothers Anderson.
And over the top rope goes Brother Tom. While Irwin distracts the official, outside of the ring, Ace goes to work on Tom Davis. Inside the ring, Wild Bill and Mike Davis face off.
Give credit to referee Rick Manning, restoring order here. Very little in the way of out-of-the-ring activity.
When all signs were pointing to out of order.
Absolutely.
Possibly out of order there is Tom Davis. His back is taking a hurting. Wild Bill. Instead of sending him over the top rope, sends him into the top rope. Right across the throat.
And that's a good analogy you made, Craig. These ring ropes are not springy, elastic bungee cord type things. They are about like a telephone cable. Whoa!
Well, that was a bad connection. The tag into Mike Davis. There's that knee lift we've seen him execute oh so well. Snapmare sends Wild Bill down. The cover. Only one, maybe 1.5, although the count of 2 was counted by Rick Manning. Although I think that was more momentum taking the number 2 down.
Momentum is everything in wrestling.
Now trying to wear down his opponent is Mike Davis. On Wild Bill Irwin.
Winner of this contest to face Makam Singh and Cactus Jack. Interesting that Makam Singh and Cactus Jack advance without having to wrestle a second-round match because of the disqualification from the tournament of the Hot Body Randy Rhodes and Eric Fontaine.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, the float kick sends Mike Davis down. Ace power slam. Hooks the leg. Count of 1, count of 2. Brother Tom in to make the save. Ace pulls him up and brings him down. And now the tag into Wild Bill. Laying him out. Leaving him wide open for the boot of Wild Bill. Wild Bill misses with a clothesline. Do-si-do. Who got the best of that square dance?
I don't know. Swing your partner.
Except that time it was swing your opponent. Here comes Ace. Here comes Tom Davis. The bulky Davis brother sends Ace down. Now takes him into the rope. Follows it up with a high backdrop.
Wow. Ace almost up into the lights here at the Global Dome.
And now he'll try the same and execute the same on Wild Bill. Reversal. Rolling him up. Count of 2. Oh, the whip comes in. And now, speaking of dirty, the hangman's noose or the hangman's whip being used.
I think that's still a disqualification in the Global Wrestling Federation. Irwin just losing it. Putting the whip around Tom Davis's neck and hanging him over the top rope.
Let's go down and get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the Davis Brothers.
When we come back, we'll go to the newsroom.
Hi, everybody. Joe Pedicino here in the newsroom. I'm backstage at the Global Dome, and we will be going back out to ringside for more great action coming up in just a couple of minutes. Well, the new member of the Cartel. We had heard rumors it was the handsome stranger. It's the American Gigolo, as a lot of people call Scott Anthony. He prefers to be known as the Palm Beach Heartthrob. He has a lot of moves in the ring, and I'm told he has a lot of moves out of the ring, if you get my drift. He is called the king of the pickup lines. But I will tell you this, he is dangerous in the ring. Now we hear the Cartel is complete, all 4 members. It's not complete, though, until we find out just who is putting the Cartel together. Who is the boss? This is something we want to know. Well, Chris Love is calling his new team of Hot Body Rhodes and Mr. Erotica the PYTs, the Pretty Young Things. Give me a break, Chris. Get a life. The body of the 90s? Not a chance. Anyway, Love does not get away with the stunt that he tried to pull in the first round of the tournament, having both of his men turn on their partners. The GWF has ruled he is out. They have thrown them out of the tournament, and he will not be allowed to get back into the tournament. The PYTs are not going to be in the tournament. Speaking of teams, Jim Cornette, what a surprise, picking Steve Cox as the new partner for Stan Lane. Cox is really looking good and has become a very good addition to that team. I do wonder, though, because it seems that Cornette and Lane at times do not think that Cox is that important. I think they are making a mistake. Axel Rotten is defending his Commonwealth belt in the UIW right now. And I understand he is having a lot of competition, but he is still the Commonwealth heavyweight champion. We expect to see Axel Rotten back here in the GWF very soon. We'll have more news next time. From the newsroom, I'm Joe Pedicino.
Samantha, I couldn't help but notice you have been looking at Scott Anthony. I think everybody has. You had a question for Scott. Scott, why do you call yourself the heartthrob? Good question. And later on in this edition, I will be with Scott Anthony, and I am going to ask Samantha's question. And we're going to hear what Scott's response is going to be. Why, in fact, does he call himself a heartthrob in the Global Wrestling Federation?
The team of Conan, Chris Walker and Steve Simpson, getting ready for action against the team. I can't say brought together by the Louisville Slugger. I don't think he wanted anything to do with him. But just as I say that, here comes trouble. Sweet Stan Lane, the Louisville Slugger, and Steve Cox. But as usual, we have to go through the formalities of a few ring introductions.
How does it feel for all you stinking rednecks to finally be looking at some wrestling talent, huh? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He's every mother's nightmare and every schoolgirl's dream. The gangster of love, Sweet Stan Lane. Oh, and how about a nice warm welcome for his partner, Steve Cox here.
What kind of ring introduction for a fine athlete like Steve Cox is that from Jim Cornette? And now Cox letting him know about it. Gives the big send-up to Stan Lane like he's the second coming, and Steve Cox gets brushed off like he's, Aunt Biddy from out of town.
Well, those two guys may be liked by Aunt Biddy from out of town. The team of Steve Simpson and Conan Chris Walker.
I bet you've got life in that. I bet you've got life in that.
Cornette with a few words for Conan Chris. Oh, please.
It's hard to tell Chris Walker and Stan Lane apart.
Yes, far apart as they are.
It's hard to tell Jim Cornette and Rush Limbaugh apart.
You know how he is. Don't worry, I got this under control.
What was he saying?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, sincerity right there. Oh, boy. What teamwork. What great sportsmanship on the part of Stan Lane. Just get in there.
These two gentlemen beat two very good competitors in the Dark Ninja and Kendo Nagasaki, the Dragon Master. Steve Cox will start off against Conan Chris Walker. And the tag possibly to Steve Simpson. No, Simpson wanting to make sure that it was a clean break and that referee Sean O'Brien saw that as such.
Well, there's the difference between any team managed by Jim Cornette and Chris Walker and Steve Simpson.
Steve Cox, a one-time football star at the University of Tulsa. Almost surprised there by Steve Simpson.
Steve Cox with tag team experience, a one-time partner of Michael P.S. Hayes.
And now Cornette coaching him on to grabbing the hair, trying to take advantage of the flowing locks of Conan Chris Walker.
He does have that. There's a good look at a man who is flowing, but it's not locked.
Nice move by Steve Cox, who has held a tag team title or two in his own day. Collar and elbow tie-up. Cox gates the advantage with a side headlock. Quite frankly, Walker may have a little bit of leverage with the bear hug.
With those big arms, I think Chris Walker's going to have leverage just about anywhere he stands. Look at that. Really wrapping up Steve Cox.
Step over, leapfrog, and reversal. Very nicely done. Walker able to reverse it, pulls him over, but couldn't get the shoulders on the mat.
High-speed wrestling, you gotta love it, between Chris Walker and Steve Cox.
Now Cornette is ordering him to tag in Sweet Stan Lane. Cox says, I'm doing fine by myself. Well, we'll tag in Sweet Stan.
Well, that's why you have a manager, sort of a coach outside to tell you where to go, when to go, how to go. But I don't know that Jim Cornette has Steve Cox's best interest at heart.
Cornette not too happy about the fact that Stan Lane couldn't go into the GWF Tag Team Tournament by himself. He thinks the world of Stan Lane, doesn't think much more than a small town of Steve Cox.
I don't think he thinks about him at all.
Reversal by Chris Walker. Hip toss. And claiming he grabbed the rainbow stripe tights. From Stan Lane, now he goes over. Steve Cox.
Steve Cox is telling him, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see a trunk pull there. I'm sorry. I can't laugh for you. Now, there's Cornette making his presence felt.
Steve Cox playing by the book. Obviously, that man shops at a different bookstore.
I know he could read.
The tag in as we get our first look in this match. That's Steve Simpson going to work on Sweet Stan Lane.
Stan Lane, of course, one half of two of the great tag teams in wrestling. Many, many years he was one half of the fabulous ones with Steve Kern. And then, of course, we all know he was one half of the Midnight Express with beautiful Bobby Eaton. And I would think he knows better than to think he can win a tag team match by himself.
Now, once again, claiming a pull of the tights, Sean O'Brien says, hey, check with my partner. Cornette says, what did you see? Cox says, I didn't see a pull of the tights. A little earlier, Cornette said, just a little white lie.
Oh, boy.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
The mouth that roared is roaring in Mr. Cox.
And look at Cornette just really having a fit down there.
He has ripped off Simpson, ready for action against Sweet Stan Lane. Walker and Simpson into round number 2 after the win over John Tatum and the California Stud. Sweet Stan Lane says, now I got a baby knot. Rake of the eyes by Sweet Stan, the tag into Steve Cox. And Cox will go to work on the arm. What's Lane so upset about? He went to work on the arm.
I think that Stan Lane wanted Steve Cox to drop an elbow, drop your odd headbutt or something on the arm of Steve Simpson, and Cox just took over the arm lock. Nice carry over there, just good chain wrestling. Didn't want to take the shortcut.
And it seems to be working well. No, go behind there by Steve Simpson. Kick out by Steve Cox. The fans going, go Steve, go. It's almost hard to tell who they're talking about. I got a hunch it's Steve Simpson.
Well, there's not enough rhythm in this to put Steve Simpson in there, or Steve Cox. But I think you're right. I think it's Steve Simpson the fans are chanting for, although they've got to be on the side of Steve Cox as he's standing up to Jim Cornette.
Or putting up with him may be the better term, as Cox will get the tag into Sweet Stan Lane as Conan Chris Walker taking the punishment here. Stan Lane with a series of kicks. Reversal by Walker.
Whoa.
Conan Chris went for the drop kick and came right down. And look at the happy man from Louisville. Sweet Stan Lane neck breaker sends Conan Chris Walker down to the canvas.
Now watch this.
Just watch this move, the thrust kick. The spin kicks now. Now some good old garden variety punches.
That hurts anybody. I don't care what kind of body you have.
And now Lane has Walker draped over the rope.
Cornette.
Cornette, oh my! Rawhide beats the temple. The tag in to Steve Cox. Lane has him wide open, but pulls him down with the headlock. As you mentioned, good chain wrestling moves. Nothing to complain about.
Well, Steve Cox has that amateur wrestling background. He's not going to pull the tights, pull the hair, despite what that man thinks. And I don't blame Steve Cox one little bit.
Stan Lane using the chokehold on Conan and Chris Walker. And now brings him down with a clothesline. Count of one, but that's all he gets. No sunset flip. But Cornette had him distracted, and Cox said, referee, you're missing a pin. Good sportsmanship.
That's
Maybe
exactly
not good
right.
teamwork with Stan Lane, according to Jim Cornette.
Playing by the rules. Steve Cox called referee Sean O'Brien's attention to the pin in the middle of the ring, where Brian's attention should be.
Good forearm there by Steve Cox. Spinning suplex. Count of two. Almost put the big man from Atlanta, Georgia down. Now Walker backs him up, but maybe into the wrong corner. As Lane goes to work. Cox out of the ring. Lane picks up Walker. Walker gets out of it. Lane spins it around. And Lane found himself with his shoulders on the canvas, kicked out of it. Now going to work on the throat.
Face right into the mat for Chris Walker, courtesy of that man, Stan Lane.
Fans picking up the chant, go Chris, go. The abdominal stretch applied by Stan Lane. Cox looking for the tag. He wasn't looking for a tag, he was looking for something to hold on to. Provided by the tennis racket of Jim Cornette.
Little extra leverage there by the Louisville Slugger, and the senior official, Sean O'Brien, catches it. Thank goodness.
The tag into Steve Cox. Lane has him wide open. Cox goes to work on the arm.
And I'm sure Stan Lane meant for Steve Cox to take a shot at the open pectoralis area of Chris Walker.
Strong words by sweet Stan Lane. Steve Cox in control here. Working on the left arm of Conan Chris Walker. Steve Cox apparently being urged on by his teammates to possibly take the shortcut.
What a great shot by our camera crew. You saw exactly how close Chris Walker was to making the tag to Steve Simpson.
The winner of this match will take on the winner of the match between Wet and Wild and the Royal Family. And obviously, Jim Cornette thinks that his team will be the one that will do so. Lane going to work on the eyes. Cox out of the way, and right there in front of your eyes, and for that matter, Chris Walker's eyes, you saw the tactics of Sweet Stan Lane. Lane threatens the elbow and misses.
Suffice to say, he telegraphed that one.
Drop kick connects. Walker looking for the tag. So close, and he gets it. Here comes Steve Simpson. Simpson all over Sweet Stan Lane. Into the ropes. Simpson meets him with the elbow. Steve Simpson out of South Africa sends him up and over. Picks him up, takes him down with a body slam. Lane tags in Steve Cox. Suplex by Simpson, count of one, count of two. Lane into the ring. Watch out for the tennis racket. Cox has a sleeper. Cornette's team may have it won. Lane has the tennis racket. The sleeper's firmly in place. Cox breaks the hold. Drop kick from behind. Simpson. Count of three. Why in the world would Stan Lane risk disqualification by coming in? They're your winners. Let's go back and take a look at it. There you see. It backfired, the drop kick, and the count of three. There are your winners, but let's go back to the ring. Stan Lane and Steve Cox having words, and Cox a little bit upset at the fact that he had to win. And a slap by Jim Cornette. Cox has Cornette, takes him into the corner, but Lane waylays him from behind. Stan Lane going to work on Steve Cox. This was the man who was the partner who could give Lane the opportunity. And now, right into the tennis racket, oh my.
And look at Cornette getting his few kicks in. Oh, that's...
Lane, oh! Overhead smash. Oh! Not the volley onto the back. This is despicable. Cornette and Lane are out of the tournament. Thank goodness.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Houston from ESPN's Jimmy Houston Outdoors. Every week we take you on a journey outdoors, exploring the wilderness, enjoying the beauty of our environment. But our environment is deteriorating due to air and water pollution, lack of waste management and recycling, and the destruction of rainforest and wildlife. Please, join me in cleaning, protecting, and preserving our earth. It's the only one we've got. You can make a world of difference.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found Thigh Master. Every single time you squeeze Thigh Master, you strengthen and tone right where you need it. So it's easy to squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs.
I thought I'd never fit into these jeans again. Thank you, Thigh Master.
I recommend it and use it.
The secret to shapely thighs is exercising these muscles with just the right resistance. This balanced resistance coil is designed to give you results quickly and comfortably. Want to tone your upper chest and arms? Thigh Master will give you excellent results. Thigh Master. We may not have been born with great legs, but now we can look like we were.
To order your Thigh Master, call 1-800-221-5200. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to this address. And if you're not fully satisfied, return it in 30 days for your money back. Plus, if you call right now, we'll also send you Suzanne's Slender for Life plan absolutely free. Thigh Master is not available in stores, so act right now.
The Mets' Howard Johnson is locked in a tight battle for the National League home run crown. All-star Ryne Sandberg leads the Cubs as they try to make up ground in the NL East. The Mets meet the Cubs live on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
Well, I'm I'm here with a very irate Jim Cornette and Stan Lane, and let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead and ask me a question. I want to hear it. Go ahead, ask me a question.
You brought Steve Cox in as a partner.
No. I didn't bring Steve Cox nowhere. The Global Wrestling Federation pushed Steve Cox on us. Stan Lane wanted him to enter the tournament by himself. They wouldn't let him, so we had to take the dregs of society, that no good, cheap, nothing happened to Steve Cox as a partner. We thought we could drag him along if he just opened his ears and eyes and listen and learn, but instead, he's got to try to do things his own way. Well, let me tell you something, Joe Pedicino. I'm holding you responsible for this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have you sent to the penitentiary if they can come up with enough butter to grease up the doors to slide you in. And I'll tell you something else, Steve Cox, you better listen, and you listen good. Anytime we get the chance on down the road to grab you around the neck and twist it a little bit, that's exactly what's going to happen, because Sweet Stan Lane, the gangster of love, he's big, he's bad, mean, rough, and tough. I'll tell you something. You hear all these things in the newspapers about additives and preservatives. Well, this right here, brother, is 100% all-natural athlete, and he's going to take you apart first chance he gets. The Global Wrestling Federation has ripped us off, and I ain't going to let you or anybody else forget it.
All right.
Sorry this had to happen.
Stan Lane and Jim Cornette very upset over the fact that the teamwork just didn't work out, but I think they are blaming the wrong person.
In the Global Dome, Bonnie Blackstone back here with our wrestling fans and Scott Anthony. Our fans, millions of fans across the world, have been asking why you call yourself a heartthrob, sir.
Don't you think it's obvious, Bonnie Blackstone? Look at me. I'm the best-looking man in professional wrestling. You see that handsome stranger go by? He's got to give the girls roses. They give me roses. See, and he may be, people think he's handsome and he's a handsome stranger. Well, he's not handsome, but he is stranger than everybody else. But I'll tell you how it is. Because when it comes to loving ladies, Tommy Cruise don't know a thing. And compared to my IQ, Einstein's a ding-a-ling. Girls see my smile, they gleam in my eye, they see this body, and they say I'm so fly. They say that I'm sweet, like a vintage champagne, and want to kiss me all over like a big candy cane.
I think maybe you might have a little ego problem here, sir.
Bonnie, you want me. Just tell the truth. Tell the people out there in TV land how much you want me, too.
I don't think...
See that look, Bonnie? I see you winking at me,
I'm
smiling
just
at me.
answering a fan's question
Bonnie,
here in the Global Dome.
Bonnie.
Bonnie Blackstone with Scott Anthony.
It was once thought impossible, but then you saw it happen. The Chicago Bulls won it all. Call this toll-free number now and enjoy the Bulls' rise to glory on this amazing video, Learning to Fly, free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Your free video not only gives you all the thrills of the playoffs, it shows you what it took to get there, the years of frustration before the pieces fit and the tables turned.
The Pepperoo Jam!
It's a high-flying 50 minutes that you won't want to miss, free from Sports Illustrated. Call now to subscribe or renew. Get your free video and 30 issues of SI for only $1.49 per issue. A savings of 50% off the cover price. For faster delivery, use your credit card. Plus, you get the big football previews and the 92 swimsuit issue. Now that they've learned to fly, they are a team to treasure, champions to cherish forever. Catch the next flight in Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Well, I obviously have the unenviable task of all four members of the cartel surrounding me. Second round action for both teams of the cartel coming up.
Jack, you know what, Cactus? It's amazing. He is as dumb as he looks. Where's the other bookend? Where's the other bozo that's usually out here with you? You know something? The cartel's getting bigger and better. Look at Scotty here. Look at Ripper. Look at Cactus. And, of course, the greatest super heavyweight in the world, Mucka Singh. I'll tell you what, this team is just getting so amazing. It's getting like the boss just decided to pull the four greatest athletes and wrestlers out of the air and put them right here at one time. You're amazed, aren't you? Dumb as you are, you're amazed, aren't you?
Wait a minute. I know him. That's Jim Cornette on growth hormone.
No, that's a kid off the old My Three Sons show.
Oh, Ernie Douglas.
Yeah.
Ernie Douglas.
Yeah.
I knew something happened. I thought it was Eddie Munster from the...
You know what?
Show.
You're doing a real good job standing out here. Ripper, get rid of this bum. Scotty, get rid of this bum. You know what? The cartel is going to start taking over everything. From the ring to the announcer booth.
First off, fans, we don't condone the actions of the cartel.
You got a crew cut, and the crew never came back.
Oh, thank Scott. Hey, fans, if you would, please, next time on Supercard, we're going to see the
moon in here is right at your head.
The second round of the GWF Tag Team Championship Tournament. We'll see these two men, Rip Rogers and Scott Anthony, face Joel Deaton and Billy Black. We'll also see
we're going to win because we're in the cartel. And the boss said...
We'll also see the royal family face Wet n Wild fans. That's the next show of Supercard. I got to get out of here.
Isn't Hudson a car that went bankrupt just like you?
Let's close this thing. Hey, first of all, we got the Cartel, the greatest extravaganza wrestler in all the world today, mocking Scotty, Cactus Jack, and me, Hustler Rip Rogers, because the boss says the Cartel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Supercard. I'm Craig Johnson along with Scott Hudson, and we've seen some hot action as we tape this. It's just before the television championship tournament, but we want to take a look at some of the best in the action so far.
Absolutely, Craig. This has been the tournament to end all tournaments. It compares to March Madness in the NCAA basketball tournament in college basketball. It compares to any other tournament, the NFL playoffs. This is a great tournament. It's for the GWF, that's the Global Wrestling Federation Television Championship, and it's chock full of the best wrestlers in wrestling today.
It's chock full of action, and we also have some special features coming up for you this time on Supercard. Stay tuned.
With Bad Boy Billy Black. And Billy, we have learned that your partner Joel Deaton is on his way to the Global Wrestling Federation. I know that you two are one of the top tag teams in Japan right now, but I know that right now you're here looking at some single competition, and there is a lot of it in the GWF.
You know, Joel's on his way, and when he gets here, we'll take on any two men in the whole state. We don't care who it is. In Global Federation, we'll take on anybody in the tag team. But right now, I'm here for singles competition, and I've been watching the matches, and I've seen Chris Walker, I've seen the Patriot come up the ranks.
You've got to admit the Patriot is one heck of a wrestler.
That's one big man, I'm telling you. I hate to step in the ring with him, but, brother, if you step in the ring with me, you're going to find out. I don't care how big you are, I'm giving you 110%. So Rip Rogers, Buddy Landell, all of you, anybody in this tournament for the television title for Global, you bet one thing and one thing for certain. When you step in the ring with me, you better watch my feet, you better watch my hands, and you better watch the air, brother, because ain't no telling where I'm coming from, and ain't no how hard I'm going to hit you.
All right, you never know where the bad boy is going to come from. He's Bad Boy Billy Black.
Brian Adias against the Georgia All-Star television champion, Bad Boy Billy Black from the Badlands of Texas, one of the pre-tournament favorites, Scott.
I am very familiar with Bad Boy Billy Black. He is the Georgia All-Star Wrestling television champion, and that is no small feat. Of course, everyone knows the history of Georgia Championship Wrestling and Georgia All-Star Wrestling. Billy Black won a very prestigious crown down in the Georgia area, and he has to be the odds-on favorite, Craig, going into this tournament.
Going against a man who's very used to tag team champions, a man who is the world-class six-man and the world-class tag team champion, going against a man who's very good in singles and tag team competition, but we're talking about two men with one thing in mind. That is the Global Wrestling Federation television title.
We're coming at it from two very different angles here, Craig. Billy Black, pretty much a rookie. He's only been in the wrestling game about 13, 14 months. Brian Adias has a long history here in Dallas and across the United States, indeed across the globe, Craig, if you will, please. He has a wishy-washy heckle and jive. Let's try that one more time. Jekyll and Hyde attitude. And I don't know where we can trust Brian Adias.